أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي آمين رب العالمين. Yes, that's an echo. I think we should be okay now. I see that you've been here for a long time, but no one was sharing the screen. And I was asking, and I posted at 9:30 to share the screen. Nobody was sharing. I put the assembly, and then Asma came. I was just, then now only Abdullah and Haika started sharing right now. I kept telling you to share the screen. Anyways,
Being a little buggy, that's why.
I'm sorry.
My laptop was being buggy, like leggy.
Oh, okay, that's why. All right, but you are working, right?
Yeah, it just wouldn't let me share the screen because it was taking too long to load. So then I just refreshed it.
Okay. Anyways, I'm going to let's see. At least you tried, but so there was Asma as well. Now she started sharing, but let's see. We had yesterday. We did. What will the messenger be asked about their nation? Right, and you have posted. Um, Allah will ask the messenger that what was the response they received. Messengers. Okay, so let's go back to the question. I'm going to show another thing that you guys did. Now I'm looking at it. What will the messengers, okay, it's plural, be asked about their nation? The question is, what will the messengers be asked? So if you're saying the messengers will be asked, then you have to use the pronoun they. What was the response they received? Because it's messengers. Okay. If you say, what will the messenger be asked? Then you would write what um, response did you receive? One person, you use the pronoun singular. Plural, messengers, you would use the pronoun plural, they. Okay. I just looked at that right now. And let's go back. Yes, correct. You got that, Haika. What Allah will ask the messengers, what was the response they received? Very good. They will say they have no knowledge. Okay. Messengers will be asked what the response they received. Okay. Okay. So we did 109. Good. Haika, you can delete the previous one. Just make sure that if it's asked in plural, then the answer has to be in plural. So Haika got it right away and she fixed it. Haika, you can delete the previous one. Okay. You can do the previous message, Haika.
It's not letting me delete it because my laptop's right now too leggy.
Okay. So you got the right away. You understood what I'm saying.
Yeah.
110. Okay, let me go to 110. Surah Maida, chapter 5, 110. I'm sorry. Chapter 5, 110. Okay, it's a big ayah. Um, Who wants to read the Bisbik ayah? Okay, today Haika came first. Okay, Haika, you can read.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذ قال الله يا عيسى ابن مريم مريم اذكر نعمتي عليك وعلى والدتك إذ أيدتك بروح القدس تكلم الناس في المهد وكهلا وإذ علمتك الكتاب والحكمة والتوراة والإنجيل
Injil.
وإذ تخلق من الطين كهيئة الطير بإذني فتنفخ فيها فتكون طيرا بإذني وتبرئ الأكمه والأبرد بإذني وإذ
Obarasa, isn't it?
وإذ تخرج الموتى بإذني وإذ كففت بني إسرائيل عنك إذ
Isra'ila.
جئتهم بالبينات فقال الذين
قال الذين
كفروا منهم إن هذا إلا سحر مبين.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Very good. Okay, just a little bit. That is bani. You have to stretch because there's a mud. Whenever there's a mud, it needs to be stretched. Bani.
Sister Saba?
Um, Injil.
Sister Saba?
Yes. Yes, that's
Sister Saba?
yes.
I was wondering, is the day after tomorrow the break? Like
Yes.
Friday?
Friday. Friday. No, Friday.
Well, our Friday.
Our Friday.
And because Pakistan and Canada time difference. Oh wait, never mind. It still is the same day.
Yeah, still the same day, right? So
Right, yeah.
Thursday and Friday, and then you have the break for the Ramadan, you know,
Oh, so the
March
weekend
break
is
will get,
the break.
yeah, yeah. So from Saturday, Saturday, Sunday is a break already. So basically, that's why it's 21st. But basically, Friday is your last day from 12th, then you're off
Yeah.
till
Okay.
after the second day of, third day of Eid, I think, second of um, April, inshallah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
So, yeah. So we're going to is when Qala said Allah Ya Isa, O Isa, Ibn means son, Maryam of Maryam Uskur. Maryam Uskur means remember, Ni'mati, Ni'mat is favor, and Ya Mutakallam is my. Alayka, alay is upon, ka is you, wa and Allah upon walidat walidatika. Walid is walid is walidatika. Ka is yours, and walid is mother. Is when line was there. When ayyadat ayyatuka, strengthen. I ayyatuka, ka is you. I strengthened you biruhin, with spirit. Al Quddus, Al is the Quddus is holy. Tukallimu. Tukallimu, ta is for you. Tukallim, you spoke. Kalam means to speak. Tukallimu, you spoke. Al Nas. Al is the Nas people. Fi in. Al Mahad. Al is the Mahad is cradle. Wa and Kahalan, in maturity. Okay, you spoke. Wa and is when. Allamtuka. Allam is taught. Tu is you, and ka is you, and tu is I. Allamtuka, I taught you. Al is the kitab book. Wa and al the hikmata is wisdom. Wa and al the Torah. Wa and al the Injil. Injil is Injil. Wa and is when. تخلق. تخلق, you make. خلق means to make, and ta is for you. تخلق, you make. Min, from. At-teen, al is the teen, clay, and then it's kahayati. Kahayati is like the shape. Al is the tayri is bird. B is with isn't means permission, and ya is yatakallam is my. Bi'izni, by my permission. Fatanfuhu, fa is then. Tanfuhu is you breathe. Fi, into. Ha, it. Fatakuna, and it becomes. Sakun means becomes. Tayran, a bird. B, by isn't permission. Ya, my. Bi'izni, by my permission. Wa and tubriu. Tubriu, you heal. Al akmata, tubriul akmata, the born blind. Okay, let me just make it big. There. Wa and wal abrasa, and the leper. Abrasa, the leper. Bi'izni, by my permission. B is with. Izn means permission, and ya is my. And by my permission. Wa and is when. Tukhriju, you bring forth. The ta is for you. Kharaja means to bring forth. Al the mauta, dead. Be, by isn't permission. Ye is my, by my permission. Wa and is when. Kafaqtu, kafaftu. Kafaftu means restrained. Tu is I. I restrain Bani, children. Israel, of Israel. Anqa, from you. Ka is you, and from is when. Ji'tahum, Jita, you came home to them. Be, with. Al the bayyanat is clear proofs. Fa, then. Qala, said. Allazina, those who. Kafaru, disbelieved. Min, among whom. Them. In not. Hada is this. What happened here? Yes. Hada, this. It's not working. Okay. Illa, but. Sihr is magic, mubin, clear. Okay. Asma, you can read the translation.
Yeah, okay. The day when Allah will say, O Jesus, son of Mary, remember my favor upon you and upon your mother when I supported you with the pure spirit, i.e., the angel Jibreel, and you spoke to the people in the candle and in maturity. And remember when I taught you writing and wisdom and the Torah and the gospel, and when you designed from clay what was like the form of a bird with my permission, then you breathed into it, and it became a bird with my permission. And you healed the blind from birth, and the leper with my permission. And when you brought forth the dead with my permission, and when I restrained the children of Israel from killing you when you came to them with the clear proofs, and those who disbelieved among them said, "This is not but obvious magic."
Very good, mashallah. So we already know that Prophet Isa alayhi salam was blessed with all these qualities. Yes, he spoke, number one, he spoke to the people in cradle. So because his birth was miraculous, only he's the son of Maryam alayhi salam. So Allah gave him these qualities so that the people would know that he's a messenger because he had extra human qualities, right? So the first thing was that he spoke to the people in the cradle and in maturity. So when he grew up as well, but in cradle nobody speaks. So that's a miracle. And when I taught you, right, so Allah taught him Torah and the gospel, okay? And so he had the knowledge and wisdom and taught you writing, so he knew how to write, and he had the wisdom of the book. Torah is of Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, and the gospel is Injil is prophet uh, the book that came to Isa alayhi salam. And when you designed from clay what was like from the bird. The next what quality was that he would make a bird from clay, and with Allah's permission, he breathed into it and become a bird. So make it from clay, and he would blow into it, he would breathe into it, and then it would become a real bird. That's miracle, right? So that's miraculous. So Allah gave him that quality with my permission, and you heal the blind, and those who were blind. The Prophet Isa would could cure him, could cure the people that they were who were blind even from birth, and the leper is when they had the disease, they would cure them. And when you brought forth the dead with my permission, and even he would have the dead person come to life. There are so many miracles, Allah bestowed with him, with Allah's permission, of course. And so when I restrained the children of Israel from killing, and you came with them with clear proofs, and those who disbelieved. This is So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying that these qualities were given to Isa alayhi salam, but Isa alayhi salam came with clear proofs, right? This was miraculous things that he was doing. But those who disbelieved, when those people who disbelieve, they have all reasons to disbelieve. So they said this is not but obvious magic. So they just said it's magic. They didn't believe, even when, remember when Musa alayhi salam will put this rope down and it become like a snake, then there were people who believed it couldn't be but, the superpower, and they became, they um, believed in Musa alayhi salam, and then there are people who think that it's magic. So it's just like that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning how Allah bestowed all these miraculous qualities in Isa alayhi salam. So go to Tafsir Ibn Kasir, and Yeah. And see what the question is. Reminding Isa of the favors that Allah granted him. So I will make the question, what was Isa alayhi salam? What did Allah, Isa alayhi salam, what Allah granted Isa salam the favors? What were the favors? Allah granted Isa alayhi salam. So I've mentioned all that and I'll repeat it again, but I'll write the question first. Okay. Okay, 100 and that's a big ayah, 110. And this is where we will find the qualities of Isa alayhi salam, the favors Allah had bestowed upon Isa alayhi salam. So what, because there were many, what were the favors Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed upon Isa alayhi salam? Or you can say Prophet Isa alayhi salam. Okay. So what were the favors Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? No, like, uh, that was um just upon, what were the favors of subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed upon Prophet Isa alayhi salam? Okay, and I'm going to repeat the answer once again. Okay, um, all the answers in the translation we already know, but I'll tell you how many points you have to write. Okay. What were the favors Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed Isa alayhi salam? Number one, okay, let me open the pen. Okay. Number one, who remembers? He spoke, you will write in your own words, he spoke to the people in the cradle and in maturity. That's number one. Number two, um, Allah taught, you will not say I, you will say Allah taught him writing and wisdom of the Torah and the Gospel. Okay, that's number two. He had the wisdom of writing. He would design from the clay and in the form of a bird with Allah, and it would
Wait,
become a
that's number
bird.
three?
That's number three, yes. And became a bird, right? That's number three. And and he would heal the blind from the bird and the leper with Allah's permission. You can write them together because it's like curing a sick person, a blind person, leper. So you can take this number four. Yeah, it's not very clear. Well, let me just open it again. Uh, there it is. Where is it? Oh, there. So number four, curing the blind and the leper with Allah's permission. Always write that Allah's permission, because Allah gave that.
Wait, which one is number three? I need to write that one.
Number three was the bird one, that he would design from the clay, and it would in the form of a bird, okay, and then breathe into it and would become a bird with Allah's permission. So all the sentences, one, two, three, whenever you're writing the quality, the favor of Allah, always write with Allah's permission. Okay. So that's the clay one is the Allah's permission. Curing the blind and the leper is the fourth, is the by Allah's permission for. And he would bring back forth the dead with Allah's permission, number five. Five. Number one, he could speak in the cradle as well as speak in cradle as well as. So you would write the qualities Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the favors Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed upon Isa salam are as follows. Number one, speak in cradle and in maturity. Okay. Number two, um, taught how to write and the wisdom of the books, Torah and Injil. Okay. Number three. Okay. Number three, he would make from the clay a bird and breathe into it, and it would become a living, like a live bird by permission of Allah. Number four, he would cure the blind, the people who were born blind, and the leper. That's curing of the blind and the leper is also number four. And number five, he would bring back forth the dead into, bring forth the dead with Allah's permission. So at the end, always write Allah's permission with the bird and curing the blind and the leper. And number five, bring forth the dead, and that's by Allah's permission. So five points you have to write. So you will write Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed upon Isa Islam the following. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in numbers. And in 3, 4, 5 by Allah's permission, right? And of course, everything. And you will write speak in the cradle and in maturity. Number one, speak to the people in cradle maturity. Number two, taught Islam writing and wisdom of the Torah and the Gospel. Number three, he would design from clay a bird and then breathe into it, and would become form of a bird with Allah's permission, not with my permission, with Allah's permission. Number four, that he would cure the born blind and the leper with Allah's permission. Number five, all the 5 points are mentioned. Okay. So it's Surah Ma'idah 110. These qualities are mentioned. The favors of Allah on Isa alayhi salam.
Done.
Okay, good. I'll check it. Okay.
No, wait, can you go back? I'm writing the answer.
Okay, let me just share the screen, and when 1 second. All right. Maybe the lines are up and down again, but the text is there. Okay, long time. Are you done, everyone? I can't hold you too long, so I'm going to check your. You have to tell me. I'm waiting so long.
Sorry, I got held up. Can you go back to the ayah?
Okay, spoke to people in the cradle and maturity. These were the favors Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, very good, bestowed upon Prophet Isa, very good. And number one, I told you to write numbers, but that's okay. He spoke to people in the
I
cradle and
did.
maturity. Oh, it's not showing me. You
What?
can see what I can see. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught to write and the wisdom of the Torah and the gospel, very good. That the Torah and gospel has to be capital because they're special books. So when you write Quran, the Q has to be capital, the Torah has to be capital, and in gospel, G has to be capital. He
The
would
Torah?
design from clay a form of a bird and Allah's with Allah's permission. He would he would design, okay, from clay a form of a bird and breathe into it, and it would become a bird with Allah's permission. He would cure, Cure, okay, Cure, the blind and the leper. He would bring back for the dead with Allah's permission. Very good.
Sorry.
Just yeah, if it was nice if you write a number, so you know there were 5 points. Number
I
two,
did. I don't know why it didn't work.
okay. Number two, T and gospel, Torah and gospel has to be capital. And then he designed from the clay a bird and breathed into it and became, with the Allah's permission. And also he would cure. So there's a typo here, Cure.
Yeah, that was a typo.
He would bring back, yeah, that's a typo.
What's that? Anything else?
Um, so cure, he would bring back for the with Allah's permission. Very good. Everything's fine.
Okay, I sent a new one.
Okay.
Do you see the numbers now?
Yes, now I see it. So these were the favors Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed upon Prophet Isa. Number one, he spoke to people in the cradle of maturity. Number two, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught to write the wisdom of the Torah and the Gospel. Very good. T and Torah and Gospel has to be capital. He would design from clay forth of a bird, yeah, and breathe into it, and with Allah's permission. That's why it would become a bird. Okay, and breathe into it. I told you he would design from a clear form of a bird and breathe into it. Um, he would cure the blind and the leper. He would also bring forth. Okay, everything is fine. Just that he would design from the clay, would make from the clay and breathe into it, and would become a bird with Allah's permission. Okay, just only one thing left. They copy and paste and correct it, and I will Abdullah and Asma can do it later, and by Haika can share the screen for um, okay, something happened here, so yes, Haika. Taught him the Torah and the Gospel, Asma. He taught him from the Torah and the Gospel. He designed Allah's permission. He would heal the blind from birth and the leper. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Abdullah, when you're done, just let me know. Okay. You have the answers in the comments as well. So easy for you to write the answers. Okay. Jazakallah. Asma, you can share the screen as well. Okay, so I have this question this is for your report cards. How to get all E's? How can I improve myself? I'm going to write in detail how much, how, what you can do and how it is marked so everyone can benefit to get the maximum. Okay, inshallah, I'll post it right now. I'll explain in detail. Okay, inshallah.
Please do it to being 10. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Walaikum salam.
Okay. रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी वयस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली. Okay, we'll start our lesson. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Okay, Abdullah. Okay, Abdullah, can you read from here?
Okay. أعوذ
Yeah, read it
بالله
from here.
من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والذي نادى أو أتى فلا
لما وضعتها
إني
قريبة.
وضعت
Sorry.
ما saya وكل لم وسوف والليل
الله أعلم بما وضعت. بما وضعت. وليس الذكر كالأنثى. وليس الذكر كالأنثى. وإني سميتها مريم. وإني أعيذها بك. Try to read by yourself. وذريتها من الشيطان الرجيم. فتقبلها ربها بقبول حسن. Mhm. Mhm. وجد عندها رزقا قال يا مريم يا مريم أنى لك هذا قالت هو من عند الله إن الله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب. هنالك دعا زكريا ربه قال رب هب لي من لدنك ذرية طيبة إنك سميع الدعاء. Okay, can you read this one? Fanadat. Okay, till here it's okay. MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. Okay. Okay, Haika, can you read from here?
Okay, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذين اتخذوا دينهم لهوا ولعبا وغرتهم الحياة الدنيا فاليوم ننساهم كما نسوا لقاء يومهم هذا وما كانوا بآياتنا يجحدون ولقد جئناهم بكتاب فصلناه على علم هدى ورحمة لقوم يؤمنون
Okay.
هل ينظرون إلا تأويله يوم آتي تأويله يقول الذين نسوه
نسوه.
من قبل قد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق فهل لنا من شفعاء فيش فيشفعوا لنا أو نرد فنعمل غير الذي كنا نعمل قد خسروا أنفسهم وضل عنهم ما كانوا يفترون.
Mhm. Okay.
إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في ستة أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشي الليل النهار يطلبه حثيثا والشمس والقمر والنجوم مسخرات بأمره ألا له الخلق والأمر تبارك الله رب العالمين.
MashaAllah. Barakallah. Okay, Asma, can you read? Can you read from here? Yeah, sure. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والبلد الطيب يخرج نباته بإذن ربه والذي خبث لا يخرج إلا نكدا كذلك نصرف الآيات لقوم يشكرون. لقد أرسلنا نوحا إلى قومه فقال يا قوم اعبدوا الله فما لكم من إله غيره إني أخاف عليكم عذاب يوم عظيم. فقال الملأ من قومه إنا لنراك في ضلال مبين. قال يا قوم ليس بي ضلالة ولكني رسول من رب العالمين. أبلغكم رسالة ربي وأنصح لكم وأعلم من الله ما لا تعلمون. أو أوعجبتم أن جاءكم ذكر من ربكم على رجل منكم لينذركم ولتتقوا ولعلكم ترحمون. فكذبوه فأنجيناه والذين معه في الفلك وأغرقنا الذين كذبوا بآياتنا إنهم كانوا قوما عمين. وإلى عاد أخاهم هودا قال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره أفلا تتقون. قال الملأ الذين كفروا من قومه إنا لنراك في سفاهة وإنا أظنك من الكاذبين. قال يا قوم ليس بي سفاهة ولكني رسول من رب العالمين. أبل أبل أبلغك أبلغكم رسالة ربي وأنا لكم ناصح أمين أوعجبتم أن جاءكم ذكر من ربكم على رجلا منكم لينذركم واذكروا إذ جعلكم خلفاء من بعد قوم نوح وزادكم في الخلق بسطة فاذكروا آلاء الله لعلكم تفلحون. MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. Okay, now we'll start our Islamic studies. Did we read complete the first lesson? Did we read the first lesson completely or half of it? What is the Quran about? Did we read it completely or no? You don't think? Okay, Haika, can you read this lesson? Haika, can you read it?
The Arabic?
Yes, the attributes of Allah, Ayatul Kursi.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
Okay, mashallah. Okay. Can you read the meaning?
Okay. Allah, there is no God except Him, the ever-living, the everlasting, Tainer. Neither slumber nor sleep overtakes Him. To Him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth. Who is He that can intercede with Him except with His permission? He knows what happens to them in this world and what will happen to them in the hereafter. And they will encompass anything of his knowledge except that which he wills. His throne extends over the heaven and the earth, and he feels no fatigue in guarding and preserving them, and he is most high and the most great.
Okay, Asma, can you read it?
Yeah, okay. Explanatory notes. This verse is known as the throne verse, and there are a number of hadith which prove that it is the most excellent verse in the Quran. Ubay ibn Ka'b radiallahu anhu narrated that the Prophet ﷺ asked him about the greatest ayah in the Book of Allah. He replied, Allah and His Messenger knows best. When the Prophet ﷺ repeated the question several times, Ubay radiallahu anhu said, it is Ayatul Kursi. The Prophet ﷺ exclaimed, congratulations, you possess true knowledge. By Him in whose my hand and my soul is. This verse has a tongue and two lips with which it praises the King at the foot of the throne. Ahmad quoted in Tafsir Ibn Kathir, English translation, Volume 2, Part 21. Al-Qayyum is an intensive form, which means the one who exists by himself and supports, sustains, and provides means of subsistence for all his creations. Al-Hayy, or the ever-living, is one of the most beautiful names of Allah. Allah, the ever-living, is the source of all life. His life is not derived from anywhere else, while everyone else's life is from Him and is dependent upon Him. It is He who made others live, and they are alive only as long as He wants them to live. Allah was and will always be living. His life, His being al-Hayy, is of different high order, not comparable with the life of His creatures. What is true of al-Hayy is true of other similar beautiful names of Allah. The phrase "sinatun wala nawm", sinatun means a doze or nap, while nawm means sleep. The negation of these two negates the initial and full-fledged state of sleep. This means that Allah is absolutely free of any trace or effects of negligence or heedlessness. Okay. The general structure of the Ayah 2 to 55. It is not difficult to see how various themes are organized within this Ayah. The first sentence states the basic theme, which is elaborated in the following statements. Allah, the only God, is the source of all life. It is He who controls the whole universe. Everything depends upon Him, and every event follows from Him. He is not unmindful of His creation even for a single moment. He never sleeps or slumbers. He is the master of all beings. Each and every one belong to Him. In reality, no one would even dare to speak as an intercessor for anyone on the day of judgment unless He Himself permits it. He knows everything, therefore he does not need any recommendation of any sort, which is usually required in human affairs. He alone is the ruler, everything else is responsible to him. If any person fails to do his or her duty and thereby deserves his punishment, no intercession can help that person. He knows everything, and no one else knows anything about his giving them the knowledge of it. He rules the whole universe, and everything is under his control at all times. It is he who takes constant care of the whole universe, and this is not a burden upon him at all. To him belongs all supremacy and all majesty. In the end, we quote a hadith about the Prophet's intercession. Allah's Messenger salam, is reported as having said, "On the day of judgment, I will stand under the throne and fall in prostration, and Allah will allow me to remain in that position as much as He wills. I will thereafter be told, raise your head, speak, and you will be heard. Intercede, and your intercession will be accepted." The Prophet ﷺ said, "Allow me a portion whom I will enter into paradise." Muslim. Review. Now, what is the wisdom of using the term readings as compared to selections as a title to this chapter? Uh, Wait, pass me the charger. Mama. Questions. What is the wisdom of using the term readings as compared to selections in this chapter? Try to find. What is the wisdom of using the term readings as compared to selections as a title to this chapter? I mean, I guess readings are smaller than sections. Reading is what to read, and what section is the that you read selecting studies. Huh. Yeah, different. Okay, Mama, never mind. What do the attributes of Al-Hayy and Al-Qayyum mean? Al-Hayy is, what do you call? Um, Al-Hayy is true. Al-Hayy, yeah, all ever living, and the Al-Qayyum is the Punisher or something, right? Sustainer. Oh, Sustainer. Okay, the ever living and the Sustainer. Because he's the ever living and the sustainer. And what is the meaning of the term Ayatul Kursi? Mention the excellence of this ayah according to a hadith. To a hadith. Yeah, Ayatul Kursi. I think wasn't it like the ayah of the Quran? Or Ayatul Kursi means ayah of the book? Ayatul Kursi means like ayah of the book, right? The throne of Allah. Oh, right. Throne of Allah. So yeah, so the throne of Allah, and then mention there according to Hadith, yeah, it's the best ayah in the Quran. Greatest ayah. Yeah, the greatest ayah. A clear concept of the Creator. Surah Al-An'am 6:101 through 103. بديع السماوات والأرض أنى يكون له ولد ولم تكن له صاحبة وخلق كل شيء وهو بكل شيء عليم ذلكم الله ربكم لا إله إلا هو خالق كل شيء فاعبدوه وهو على كل شيء وكيل لا تدركه الأبصار وهو يدرك الأبصار وهو اللطيف الخبير. Translation of the meaning of these verses. Mm. Yeah, he is the originator of the heavens and the earth. How could he have a son when he does not have a female companion? Rather, he created everything and has full knowledge of all things. Such is Allah, your Lord. There is no God other than Him, the creator of everything. So worship Him alone, and He is disposer of all things. No vision can grasp Him, but His grasp is for over all vision. He is above all comprehension, yet is acquainted with all things. Verse 101. The word Badir is applied to Almighty Allah. That means the one who produces something without an earlier example. Hence the word Badir, which means a new practice that is introduced in religion. He is the originator of the heavens and the earth. In fact, the one who originates the whole universe out of nothing is in no need of a son. Offspring are needed by mortals. They are needed by the weak who want help. Moreover, anyone who desires offspring must have a mate or a female consort from his own species. How then can Allah have a son when He has never had a mate, and when He is one and unique, and nothing and no one is comparable to Him? How can any offspring be born without a mate? Allah is the creator of all. Allah is the creator of everything. As He is the creator of all, He also provides sustenance to all using resources in which He has no partners. Whatever all creatures eat and whatever they enjoy in this life is part of what is the sole property of Allah. He is the Lord of the universe. He controls everything. He is the authority to which everything submits, and He operates the system by which He takes care of His creation. So He is the only one who deserves to be worshipped in the full sense of the word, which denotes total obedience and submission. He controls not only human beings but also everything else, since He is the sole creator of everything. What does the term Badir and Latif mean? Why the Badir and Latif? Badir, which means a new practice that is introduced in religion, is basically means to something means the one who produces something without an earlier example. And what was his name? Latif. Latif is Mama, what's Latif again? Politeness or like I guess politeness. Oh, I think I need to continue. Hmm. Yeah, the visions cannot sight him in this world and the hereafter, but true believers will see him, but they will not be able to encompass him fully. Allah has spoken of his vision being granted to the believers in several other parts of the Quran. For instance, those. Allah's Messenger so one said, Indeed, Allah does not sleep, and it does not befit His Majesty that He should sleep. He lowers the scale and raises it. The deeds of the day are ascended to Him before the night, and the deeds of the night before the day. His veil is light, and if He removes it, the light of His face will burn every created thing that His sight reaches. The term latif denotes something that is extremely subtle in quality and therefore intangible and unfathomable. It implies that He is unique and absolute. Why is it insane to say or assume that Allah has a son? And why would Allah have a son if He doesn't even have a mate? Allah's signs which the eyes cannot miss seeing. Surah Al-Fussilat 41:37 through 39. ومن آية الليل والنهار والشمس والقمر لا تسجدوا للشمس ولا للقمر واسجدوا لله الذي خلقهن إن كنتم إياه تعبدون فإن فإن استكبروا فالذين عند ربك يسبحون له بالليل والنهار وهم لا يسأمون ومن آياته أنك ترى الأرض خاشعة فإذا أنزل عليها الماء اهتزت وربت إن الذي أحياها لمحيي الموتى إنه على كل شيء قدير. And of his signs are the night and the day, and the sun and the moon. Do not prostrate yourselves to the sun or to the moon, but prostrate to yourself who created them, if it is him whom you worship. But if they are too proud, then those who are near your Lord glorify him night and day, and they never feel tired. And of his sins is that you see that the land will as the land still and lifeless. Then, when we send down upon it waters, it stirs and swells with life. Indeed, the one who gives it life can most surely give life to the dead. Indeed, he is powerful over all things. Here, Allah reminds his creation of his power and states that he is the one who has no equal and that he is able to do all things, and of his signs are the night and the day and the sun and the moon. This means he created the night with its darkness and the day with its light, and they alternate without stopping. He created the sun with its bright light and the moon with its reflected light. He allotted them with their stages and gave them separate orbits in the heavens. So that by the variations in their movement, people may know the stages of night and day, of weeks and months, years and time periods related to acts of worship. It is unfortunate that as one of the most prominent and powerful objects of the physical world, the sun has attracted the attention and obtained the homage of many races and nations who have personified and worshipped it as a god. But the gracious Quran categorically rejects this. Allah is the sole cause and source of all that exists, and whatever exists is but a wondrous sign of his creative power. Hence, it is blasphemy to ascribe real power to anything created, whether it is a concrete phenomenon or an abstract force of nature or even an idea. It is not permissible to prostrate before anyone except Allah. Do not prostrate yourselves to the sun or to the moon. This view makes it clear that prostration or sujood is the right of the creator of the universe. It is strictly forbidden, haram, to prostrate before the sun, the moon, or any other person or thing for that matter. Hmm. For that matter. The prostration of worship or any other than Allah has never been lawful for any communities in any law of any prophet. It is interesting to note that the prayer times in Islam have all been separated from the hours when the sun was or is worshipped. At the Fajr prayer, it is offered before sunrise, Dhuhr only after it has begun to decline, Asr when it begins to lose its shine, Maghrib when has set, and Isha only when its light has completely vanished. But if they are too proud, it means to worship Allah alone. Mm, Oh, sorry. Uh, But if they are too proud means to worship Allah alone, and if they insist on associating others with Him in worship, then there are angels who are with your Lord. They constantly glorify Him night and day and are never tired. There are 14 or 15 ayats in the Quran which require us to perform a prostration when we read or hear these verses. In them, it is mentioned that Allah's servants and creations bow before their Lord. Ayah 38 is one of them. Verse 39. Now the verse now moves on to portray other scenes of creation and living creatures. On earth and in the world of plants, the state of being still and lifeless, which is expressed in the Arabic text, which with the word khashi'atan is a state between life and death. This is how the earth is when it is starved of water, the basic ingredient for life and the living. Thus, when rainwater is poured over it, it stirs and swells. This is a remarkable movement which the Quran recorded many centuries before human science. When the soil is very dry and then rain falls over it, it makes a movement, like shaking or stirring. It is then full of life, bringing forth blooming vegetation that radiates pleasure. Is there anything more pleasing to the eye than seeing life in bloom in an area that has long remained barren? Here the Quran cites these as one of Allah's numerous signs. The Quran reminds us, indeed, the one who gives it life can most surely give life to the dead. Indeed, he is powerful over all things. Hmm. Although the allusion to the reviving of earth often occurs in the Quran as a parable of man's ultimate resurrection after death, in the present context, it implies a call to the believer never to abandon the hope that those who deny the truth may one day grasp the truth of the Quranic message. The review. What does Allah expect from us instead of worshipping the sun, and why? To worship the creator of the universe because he's the only one who deserves worship. How does prayer timing aid us in avoiding sun worship? Mm, because when the sun goes around and around, we know about the what do you call the how the sun sets and how it loses its light and how it's not always where everywhere. Define the Arabic word khashiratan. How will you relate it to Earth? Khashiratan. What was it again? Mama, what's khashiratan? Yeah.
Humble people.
Define the Arabic word khashi'atan. How will you relate it to the earth? Humbleness of the earth? How's that supposed to make? Oh. Humble and obedient to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, that makes more sense. What does Allah want us to know from the parable of reviving the earth? To know how He like sustains everything and whatnot. Mama, it's 9:58.
Okay, Haika and Abdullah, this was your lesson for today. Inshallah, we'll continue tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.